Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Professor. Good afternoon, participants. I thank you all for joining this webinar in very short time. We listened to our professor in the morning excellently and eloquently. He touched about social changes, technological changes, and pedagogical changes, what you are going to face. But this not a new to given to India. This is practicing almost in the corporate world, even in the deemed universities and many engineering colleges. They used to this sort of technological classrooms or virtual classrooms, what you called as. So I request Professor Ajith Kanna to summarize his whole talk in 5 minutes in a nutshell. We do receive a few questions on to ask with our professor. Before that, I welcome all the participants, including our staff members, students, our office bearers joined the morning. Our vice principal is here and Barzar joined our webinar. So I thank each one of you for again participating in this webinar to put more questions on Ajith Kanna and enlighten us with what are the changes we're going to face in near future. With this, I hand over the session to Ajith Kanna to put it in a nutshell for 5 minutes, his thoughts on what are the changes from traditional classroom to virtual classroom.
Yeah, thanks. Very quickly, I will summarize what I
Professor,
said in the morning.
Sorry to interrupt. So whoever has a question can put it in a chat box so that I can ask Professor whenever the question has come.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I was just trying to say that how we have moved from traditional classroom to virtual classroom. Again, I had a conceptual problem with the tradition and the modern, which what you call now virtual. Tradition is Tradition is time specific, period specific. What is tradition? What was tradition in my childhood? During my childhood, I said I had my classroom under the tree. But same tradition, which was followed in JNU under the tree with a cup of tea, was perceived as a very postmodern kind of a classroom. It was also under the tree, under the bright sun, during the winters. So virtual classroom has become now modern classroom, virtual air-conditioned classroom with multimedia facilities. So this is, after 20 years, I don't know what is going to come. This online classroom can be replaced with some other mode of conducting classes. You never know. Like artificial intelligence, augmented reality with algorithm and artificial intelligence. They mix these two things and then create a new kind of image, Ajit, in front of you. In South Korea, one lady was happy to meet her dead daughter through AI, artificial intelligence. So this is what is now we are into. So this is what I was talking about, the changes during Marx time, the changes during Hitler time, now changes during now our times. These are Mark Zuckerberg's, Bill Gates, and Nadella's and Sundar Pichai's time. So this is the change that we are witnessing. What we are witnessing is a technological change in pedagogy and in society also. We have to live with it. There is no other option, at least during this pandemic period. This is what I was talking about. So I was trying to compare with Gurukulam, with my classroom experience, and now virtual classroom. So Tinnaipalli in Tamil Nadu, Argu Badi in Andhra Pradesh. So these are the things that I was talking about. And summarize is to say that I don't want to teach you anything. I only want you to think. I can make you think. I'm just rephrasing what Socrates said. And what Raghuram Rajan in his interview said, if I get outdated very soon. So anything, if I teach you how to think about it, the love of knowledge will stay with you forever. That's what I said in the morning. Thank you. I can now take the questions.
Hi, Professor. This is Johnny Kraman from Chennai.
Yeah.
As we have got around 80 crores of people living in the below the poverty line,
Yeah.
how is it going to impact them in regard to that virtual classroom, and what is the way forward for those set of students?
Yeah. I was, in fact, I did not want to get into that socio-political aspect of virtual technology, though I'm extremely concerned with the people below poverty line and even people above poverty line. They are not able to participate in such technological classrooms. What are we going to do? It is now the government's, the state machinery to look after such classrooms. We need at least stable internet connection. And this morning I had to use my cell phone, my smartphone. Now I'm using the laptop. Luckily, I got the connection back. So this connection, India has a long way to go, even to cater to people like me who can afford such a facility. But I agree with you. I don't know what India has, and what finance minister has to say about this aspect of accessibility to disadvantaged section of our society. They have to invest in schools and colleges and give them free access to online platforms. Thank you for your question. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, very much. And you mean to say that it's too early to predict?
It's very early to predict, and at the same time, we can't blame the government also for everything that is not happening. But I would certainly urge the stakeholders like 2G, 3G, 4G. These Ambanis and Adanis can pitch in and make it more accessible. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Professor.
Yeah.
I am Dr. Kishore from Buddhist College, Vellore. Very good afternoon. We had a very nice session in the morning. Doctor, I have a doubt. Say, for example, as you said, these virtual classrooms will certainly lead to, the entire sympathy or empathy, as you said in the morning, the physical touch, and everything will vanish. And I think that these kind of virtual classrooms lead to a society where there is no concern for others. I strongly believe that only the personal teaching, or like what you said, like Gurukul teaching, straight away coming into classroom and studying. I think that is the only way where India is very strong, and also example for other countries. So, what do you think about this? What do you feel?
Okay. You partly answered the question. At the same time, you put the ball in my court. Yes, we are caught between devil and the deep sea. So I don't know. See, you can't ignore the changes, Mr. Kishore. You can't ignore the changes. Change is inevitable. But what change? Is it for the betterment of the human society, or for economic gains, the profits? I really don't know. I mean, I'm very uncomfortable with this kind of interaction. I would love to meet you in person, eye-to-eye contact. So am I traditional? Am I not modern? If you read this book by Dipankar Gupta, The Mistaken Modernity, he clearly says it's not about wearing t-shirt or having a haircut, latest haircut. It's in the education. It's in the education that modernity lies. So what are we looking at? Are we looking at the values of the education or the mode of education? What is more important? I'm conveying all my points to you to be very fair with the technological change, Dr. Kishore. I think we are able to interact. We only think that we are losing something, that we are not able to do that through technology. Somebody gains, somebody loses. So somebody's gain is somebody's loss. It's okay. But how effective, how efficient can we use this technology depends on the infrastructure that we have. The state government and the central government, can they give us uninterrupted electricity, uninterrupted internet facility, uninterrupted other tools that go with this online platform? That's what we have to look into. We have to succumb to the change, sir. This is my humble submission.
Yeah, one more. Based on that only, I'm much bothered about, we students, how they learn. Like, for example, social bonding, mingling with students, okay, like learning the problem-solving skills and the fights. So all this will disappear. Where in such circumstances, many students learn. As for example, for me also, we learned as like, when we played together in the class and the naughty things which we did in the class, all this will disappear. So I think India has to plan, policymakers and those you professors in JNU need to look at some aspects where these issues also be addressed. Am I right, sir?
Yeah, let me quote again this historian, Peter Frankopan. What you're talking about is localization taking over from globalization. He says, this is not the world, this is not how the world and the logic works. The politics of global leaders, they don't work the way you and I work. It is very, very different. The logic for them is very clear. This latest method, there is something wrong with the,
Hello. Start aicha. Hello.
there is something wrong with the
Hello, Machan.
pedagogy.
Machan. Start achilleda.
Hello, excuse me. Somebody is disturbing us.
Yes.
Thiru, can you just mute everybody, Thiru?
Yes, sir.
என்னடா ஒண்ணுமே கேட்க மாட்டேங்குது ஐயா.
Yes, Professor. You can.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They are not grounded in historical precedents. There is no precedence to such arguments. This technology will take over everything that we have. All those, this hug, this handshake, the human touch, this will take away all these things. No, they don't. They can still maintain. We'll be meeting after the classroom over a cup of chai, over a cup of tea or coffee, and we can have chat. But classroom is going to be like this. So we can't help it, Dr. Kishore. This is my gut feeling that when you know it very well, in the 90s, how many people have lost their jobs because of computers? Are we addressing them? We did not bother about those people who lost their jobs, and we sent our sons and daughters to computer engineering, not humanities, not social sciences, not arts. We told them to go to computer science, do MCA, do BCA, do BSc computer science. You'll get a job in multinational company. You'll go to US. You'll make money. Now, what are we worried about? Let us be very fair with the discussion. I'm not comfortable. I don't like this kind of virtual classroom, but that doesn't mean this is not the future. This is the future.
Professor,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah,
To add
yeah.
on to Dr. Kishore's question, currently I think in India there are most of the families we are living in a nucleus family where discipline is lacking a lot.
What is lacking?
I think this discipline is lacking. Currently we are living in as a nucleus family. We don't live in a joint family. Both husband and wife are working and they're going in the morning and coming. I think virtual class will have a major impact on this discipline part too. Na? What's your take on this, Doctor?
I didn't, we lack discipline. So,
Hello.
Hello.
You're not audible. Professor.
No, can you repeat the question? I didn't get your question.
Yeah. I think I am sounding perfect, na? I'm audible.
Yeah.
Currently in Indian scenario, there is a lot of nucleus family where husband and wife both are going to the job and they are leaving the child alone in the home. Where the joint family, where the discipline is lacking in the current scenario. I think virtual classes, how will it impact the discipline? Professor, can you have any say on this?
I think, yeah, you are right. That is the fear that, yes, anyone can enter and show some, interrupt the classroom or show some pictures, porno pictures or crack jokes or make fun of you and just get away with that. All that things can happen. But even in the classroom, we were doing the same kind of naughty behavior. We were very naughty in the classroom. I was very naughty. Yeah, at least in, their system here, it is recorded. Whatever I said, I have to stand by what I said. It is being recorded by Thirumaran. And you can say, Ajith, you said it. Now you are saying you didn't say that. I'll be more accountable in this technological classrooms than the one-to-one classroom. Only people are the witness, whereas here the whole world is witness. Yeah, discipline has to come from within. Whether it is in your house or my house, I have to be disciplined. I should know where my freedom ends. Right?
Bang on there.
You can misuse it. Is it Janaki?
Yeah. You're bang on. Yeah. Go ahead. I got you.
Yeah, thanks.
Professor Ajith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you agree with me that due to this technological advancement, the cost time is reduced now? For example, getting you from JNU to Vellore will cost you 1 day, even by flight. The cost is more, but in technological sense, we got you today. Would you agree with me? Would you agree with me, Professor?
I did give you, of course. It is cost effective. It is less strenuous, less work, and more talk and more sharing. Whereas I would be traveling now. Yeah. Hello. Yeah.
Any questions here?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, Kishore. Yes, Kishore.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah. Yes, Savindran. Go ahead.
I can hear you.
This is Ravindran. Yeah. My question is the technological classroom. That is fine. But as a professor, I am well known to Professor Ajith sir. My question is because we used to meet and being an insurance agent 3 years, one to by interaction with people, especially working among the civil servants and professor community, you can say academicians. But I've seen that very often I go to IIT Delhi and Delhi University and JNU and everywhere. I think that people gather, the children gather together, a lot of interaction, and they contribute to the betterment of the political system for the country. For example, JNU and the Delhi University, they contribute the best civil servants to the country. That is, I've seen that, under attending, our discussion with the professors and all. And everything is coming on the virtual classroom. What would be the fate of our political system tomorrow? The JNU been contributed to best political in the country. You can see some better, there are some other political leaders also. I don't want to mention the name. So how is going to happen, sir?
Yeah, the political change. See, every Mr. Ravindran Cheta.
I can hear you.
See, every change is political. Let us not go into this political aspect of the whole the talk. The talk itself is political. The topic itself is very political.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it's a socio-political change is happening. So there is nothing wrong in nothing.
Sir, it's not audible. Voice is not audible, sir. The voice is not audible. Can you hear me? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you, sir.
Yeah. So this talk itself is very political. The topic of the discussion itself is very political. So technology is not devoid of politics. Okay, if I'm blaming Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates or Sundar Pichai, this is my political stand. For them, it is business. For me, it is survival. So I think whatever the change is happening, as Ambedkar said, political movement should be preceded by social movement, social reformation. People like you and me have to accept this change. Only then people like Bill Gates can invest in such technologies. Otherwise, it's going to be a failure. The change from Gurukulam to classroom took so many years, so many centuries. Vedas were preached for only one community, people, community group. Now we are able to interact, whether you're Brahmin, non-Brahmin, Christian, non-Christian, Muslim, everybody is here. That inclusivity is here. But as far as class is concerned, it's very politically divided. I have no money, I can't talk to you. You have money, you can speak to anybody. So that is a divide that I see. That is very, very politically charged debate.
Actually, in the beginning of your talk, you mentioned once in every 30 years, the change is happening on the academical system. Because earlier it was Gurukul, sitting under tree, you learn the alphabet. I also learned like that. It was 52 or 53 years back. I also learned like that. The alphabet in Malayalam. And then when I come to school, then I start to learn ABCD at the class of 4. Right? Then 6 and onwards, I start to learn that, Hindi alphabet. Now things have been changed. Your daughter from nursery, she is learning everything in ABCD and all things. She can read, write. I think she is talking French also. So that I accepted. That is good. That is good. But we need a better politician who will handle all the community. Even though whether you are against the caste system or not, that is a secondary thing. But who manage the country, socio-economically, and other the major aspects handling better. And we can see that especially I am a Delhiite now, so I also seen that on the Mala road people are walking without chapel. I am helpless. I want to help them. Then because the corona, I am little worried about to stop the car and help them with something else. So this is a real situation where the virtual world is going to help all these people. That is the question, sir.
Yeah, it's all about inclusivity and tolerance. That is a good. It's a wonderful idea in theory and also in practice. So if you are inclusive, I think many things are solved automatically. Yeah. Any other question from any other person?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thirumaran, any other question?
Yeah. One question has come, Professor.
Yeah.
They're asking whether this is going to divide our society more. The rich will get better education with technology. The poor will go to catering out.
Yeah, that's the $1 million question. So I think to be fair with the discussion, I don't think you need millions of rupees to get this facility. Maybe yes, internet facility has to be there, but with that connection, I think one can participate with the minimum investment. You can learn, you can get degrees from Oxford University, but registration fees is what is going to tell upon these poor people. In that case, I agree with that person who asked this question. Yes, it is going to divide us in a very big way. That's for sure. Again, to draw a parallel debate, even many of us are not able to afford better education in a university like Jindal Global University or Amity University or Shivnadar University or IIT. We are not able to afford. It's not affordable for people like people from middle class or lower middle class. So this divide is inevitable. KV schools, if you compare KV schools fees and the school fees of like Goenka, GD Goenka in Delhi, or Doon School in Dehradun, or Kodaikanal International School in Kodaikanal, it's unthinkable for people like me. I can't pay that much money, even though I'm getting professor salary, but I can't pay. I simply can't afford. So this divide has been created with private traders and private companies and private sectors. So yeah, it is going to divide, but at least this much we are able to afford. We should be happy with this. Yeah, any other question?
Yeah, thank you, Professor. We will take last question.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I see some 40 participants.
Yeah. See, in your previous talk, you said that area will be very happy by seeing this technology. This one thing which we cannot see in this technological matter. That's very heartening.
Yeah.
So we have such advantages too in this technological world. Socially, we have few advantages like that.
Yes.
Pedagogical change. What will be the what you call as first and foremost change is going to happen? See,
in pedagogy.
My point is in Gurukulam days, we have 24/7. In
Okay.
ours, the teacher and they're reduced for 8 hours. Now in the system, we reduce to 5 hours. So this technology is going to reduce even the time much lesser. We are going to accept the change. So we have to make use of the change very well. And our point is whether the teacher-centric to student-centric has come already, whether this is going to change into technological center.
Yeah, okay. Yes and no. As I told you, in augmented reality, we can repeat 10 times, 20 times, 100 times also. Suppose I didn't understand, now it's live. Many of us do not have the ability to listen to, our English. We have several accents in this country. We have Tamil English, we have Bengali English, we have Bihari English, we have Malayalam English. So, if you have this kind of technology, you can listen to it 10 times, 15 times, at least once you will be able to understand what he or she said it, which is not possible in a classroom, inside the four walls. Of course, we can ask the person to repeat. Even then, it is very difficult with the so many things that you say in the classroom, you have to write down. Whereas here, it is recorded. You can play it 10 times, 20 times, till you understand, till you get bored, you can see that or you can watch it. So these are the facilities that you have. This embarrassment of, asking, sir, please, could you repeat? Please, can you translate? You have a translation also, Google Translation. Whatever Thirumaran said, Kishore sir said, you can just record it and translate it into Tamil or Malayalam or Spanish or any language that you want. It is very, very handy. But I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with this classroom, with this virtual classroom. Having said that, yes, for the next pandemic, hope it doesn't come in our lifetime, but if it comes, we have to have this kind of seminar, webinar, there's no choice, Thirumaran. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I think in my view, I think India is not ready to face this virtual classroom. As far as concerned, you can see even government colleges, teachers, our college teachers are still not yet prepared to get trained on this. I think it is a long journey for India to move on this to make policies as well. I think so.
Sure.
I think
You're right.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Kishore. Thank you, Professor, for accepting our invitation and be with us and answer all the questions. That too, in short time, we arrange for a second session too. Thank you so much for accepting.
Thank you so much.
And I thank all.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Professor.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And particularly all the office.
Bye. Good day. Bye. Good day. Good day.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Bye, Thirumaran.
Bye, sir.
Thanks, Thiru, for arranging this great session. Thanks a lot, Thiru, for arranging this great session.
Thank you, Janaki.
Thanks a lot, Professor. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dr. Kishore. Thanks a lot, Professor.
Thank you.